Happy holidays! It's officially December and it is gift giving season. And if you are struggling like us to think of the perfect thing for arguably the toughest people to buy for on your holiday list, have we got some ideas for you? Tune in.
Thanks for tuning in to the RealtorMoms podcast. I'm Tasha.
And I'm Jamie. We're full-time realtors in the FM and surrounding areas and admittedly average moms. This is how we sell homes.
And try to keep our kids alive.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Realtor Moms podcast. Today, Tasha and I are talking about Christmas gifts.
Yes!
What to get your kids, and kind of specifically we're going for that...
older demographic.
Yeah, older kid. So I have an 8-year-old boy. That's the youngest between the two of us of all the kids. Tasha's oldest.
She is 21.
Right.
So. In college, but still needs and wants and, she's still the kid. She's
still your kid. Right, exactly. So we are thinking of doing some thinking for you. And while we're writing our own Christmas list, that is, boy gifts, girl gifts, sort of gender neutral gifts that span that tough age to buy for.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, kick it off. What have you got? Let's just go.
Though I only have girls, I do want to kind of talk about some of the things that maybe could be a little bit more gender neutral was where my mind was going. And then I would go into my girl gifts. You bet. Maybe more girl specific or whatnot. Anyways, one thing I know that is really popular with my kids, but I could see it being popular with all genders, would be anything to do with Nike, from Nike, tall Nike socks, because according to my daughter, I'm not cool because I don't wear the tall Nike socks. I don't wear anything tall.
So here's what I had to do because Olive and Bergen, my kids, girl and boy, they don't want to wear each other's socks, even though I don't think they can tell the difference. So what I did was I got one kid Puma socks and the other kid Nike socks. But yes, these like mid-calf height, correct, tall, straight, white socks are my kids very in vogue.
Some of my kids are very brand specific and others are a little more open. A little less. And not like that at all. But I know from my oldest, it has everything to do with the Nike socks. Okay. And it has to be Nike. And then it has everything to do with Nike joggers, Nike shoes, Nike sweatpants. Sure. And she's a little more open to the sweatpants and joggers.
And
but it's the shoes.
And joggers are great for boys too.
Yep, shoes. But those shoes and the socks have to be Nike according to Haley, my oldest.
Got it. Okay.
So.
Well, good one.
Yeah.
I've got one that's kind of both girls and boys and kind of along the sports line. There's this new thing, Dribble Up, or I think it might have some other brand names too, but I've seen it on TV a couple of times. They kind of range in prices I've seen as low as like $40 and onwards, and it's like a virtual assisted coaching for basketball or baseball.
I've seen the soccer
You've
ads.
seen the soccer ones. I've seen one for boxing. And it's just kind of a cool way that kids can bring some technology in, but also be active at the same time. So it's counting the dribbles. It's suggesting some, training and some passes and some ways of moving your body to catch the ball in baseball and doing things like that. And we haven't quite decided, but that might be a Bergen gift this year. Because it sounds kind of cool.
Now, I hate to say it, but like anything AirPod goes over well in my house.
Or Beats. Brand Beats by Dre, or just Beats.
And I don't want it all to be like very, very pricey, but one thing that has worked well with our youngest, Anna, she's now 11. One thing that I was looking at for my girls was portable phone chargers or portable chargers. I got one for Haley last year, but like for her smartwatch.
Everybody's always running out of juice.
Yep. So anything kind of with the portable chargers goes over well, and I think that would be a great option.
And tell me
charging stations as well.
Tell me the word that you use, because when we started out for this episode, we were like, we're going to try to do it. That's not get a gift card, and that's not get something that's on a screen. And so this is pretty much it for screen related things.
There might be a few things.
But you said screen adjacent.
What I said was screen adjacent. Screen adjacent. And I'm going to follow up with one that could go either way, but I was looking at Anna again. She loves taking photos. She loves it. And
Okay.
So
something to use with her phone.
Was something to use with her phone, but I was looking and I did order. They're not going to listen, so I'm not really worried about the jig being up in my house.
Right.
But we were looking at a Kodak photo printer, like one of those that you can plug right in or do wirelessly through your phone. And
so it's not like an instant camera. It's she can go back and print the photos
she can print the photo she has already taken from her phone.
Cool.
And I thought that was really neat. And you have to look at brands. There's more than just Kodak, but I thought that was really fun. And I know that's something she would really love. I actually have one kind of like it from Canon that I got from my family a while ago, and I use it quite a bit to print like 4x6s. I feel like I take pictures all the time and they never go anywhere except stay on my phone, on my electronic device. So printing photos in a couple seconds is really cool. I know some other options I was wanting to bring up were hoverboards.
My
family
electric
scooters.
Yeah, they're kind of spendy too.
They're spendy, but I know that's
something that Bergen's been asking
for. Exactly. I know we do a lot of puzzles in our house.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'll get family puzzles.
Okay.
And that's for everyone.
What do you suggest for count? Like 500, 1,000 piece? Like what do you do for puzzles?
Find ones that are more multicolor.
Okay. Just varying
numbers, but generally, if we want it a little harder, we go 1,000. Anna she somewhat can help out a little bit with that. She does a little bit better with the 500.
I've got a great puzzle idea. I just recently ordered it was totally from like a Facebook ad, but an advent calendar style puzzle. So it's 1,000 pieces in total, and it's broken up into 24 or 25 little chunks. So you do one every day in December until Christmas.
Fun.
So at the end of the 25 days, you've got a complete puzzle. But in the meantime, you get to do little like 5-inch by 5-inch sections of it.
That's fun.
And it's totally manageable, and then you can do it together. And
that's
so
really
we're looking
fun.
forward to starting that this week in the 1st of December. But a couple along those same lines, my son loves the game Battleship. He's 8. We've been playing it for years. He doesn't. A couple years ago, he didn't always get his numbers and letters right, but it really is kind of a practice for your 1, 2, 3s and your ABCs.
Yeah.
So if you've got a young boy or girl, or even, my daughter loves it too, even a teenager. Battleship is an oldie but a goodie. And then another sort of family game that we play that can get a little whatever. Kids Against Maturity. So it's a super cute,
fun.
Belly laughs type of game. We giggle and play that game sometimes, and have had some neighbor kids over, and they really enjoy playing Kids Against Maturity as well. Those are some board game ideas.
That's fun. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of fun.
Robes and slippers.
Always
go wrong.
I
just order them big. If you're not sure what size for the slippers, just go big.
Well, you were gonna bring up, what was it? Snuggies?
Oh, yeah. So I think that was the big popular name brand a while ago, was the Snuggie, but it's basically a big blanket with a hood. Some of them, different brands and such, have like sleeves so you can do things, but Olive loves her Snuggie or her big soft cozy blanket, and the ones with the hoods, they can wear them.
I haven't bought Snuggies, but I did get some really fun, really soft Sherpa blankets in different colors for my girls.
Nice. Yeah,
they
Sherpa
love. We're a big movie family, and so we'll sit down and watch movies, and the big one that we've been working through in our house right now has been, thanks to Mike, my husband, was The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and all of that. And so we're always snuggling up with blankets on the couch watching movies. That's a big thing we do. But to follow up though, I will add that anything oversized sweatshirts, things such as that goes over well in our house as well. So
for wearables. Yep. You're totally right.
I was going to bring up too, again, green adjacent, but this is something that I was telling you to look into, was the screen magnifiers that you can put onto phones.
Okay. Or make it look like a bigger an
screen,
iPad, or
like an iPad screen.
Even larger.
If your kids if you don't want to put a TV in their room or buy an iPad, the screen magnifiers looked really neat. So I was really entertained by that. So I
had another thing on my list, a beanbag chair or gaming chair. like if you've got the room or you know where they might be able to put it in the corner of a bedroom or in a living room or something, big beanbag chairs and gaming chairs are a pretty big hit too.
Perfect.
And another room type decoration, LED lights.
Yeah.
They come in like strips on a roll so they can
That's
decorate around their desk or on their bookshelf or up on their wall. You can get like on Etsy, there's some really great creators that will customize a LED light with their their name on it or a cool shape that they like, a basketball, a sports theme, a dinosaur, whatever. And they make great night lights too. Look for ones that are dimmable.
There you go.
Or have timers. And both.
One thing, I'm not sure if you're going to bring this up or not, but one thing I know my kids are super into, and you even brought it up, was the Stanley Cups.
So I got a Stanley from my husband's employer for Christmas. They're always very generous with their gifts. And it's just the latest and greatest in drinkware. And I brought it home, and my 11-year-old went nuts. And she has completely hijacked it from me. I have not used it since, but she takes it to school every single day. And
there you go.
According to her, it is very cool. That's a good one.
Oh.
Another super popular one?
Oh yeah, I was thinking Robux.
Oh, okay, screen adjacent. Well, that's kind of a screen one, but Robux. It just gives them basically points. I mean, you buy these coins or points or whatever, Robux they call them, so that they can purchase things in the game or just
create their
enhance
worlds,
their gaming and whatnot. My other I think most popular one that I could think of just on my own. I'm not an 11-year-old girl, but I have one. Lululemon belt bag.
Oh, yeah.
So Lululemon is the store name. Belt bag. It's like a fanny pack. They wear it across their chest sort of instead or like through one arm. And that's what they're all, at least all the little girls
all the little
in
girls
our
are wanting
hometown.
that. Yeah, definitely.
Wanting the Lululemon.
Not just little girls, even 21-year-old girls.
Oh, well, sure. 21 is little in my mind. Clay beads.
Clay beads are really popular right now.
Lots of different brands. I don't think it even matters. You can get them on Amazon in these huge packs. They come with the little scissors and the little, strings, stretchy strings, all that stuff, so they can make bracelets or necklaces.
I was kind of chuckling because I always go through right around October, November, and I ask my kids, what do you want for Christmas? Start reminding me. And Anna sent me a TikTok. What to buy 11-year-old to 13-year-old girls.
Okay.
And one of the first things on the list were UGG boots. And I was like, what?
Still?
What? I'm like, I thought they went out of style. What? And she was like, Mom.
Okay.
I know again, pricey, but I just want to point out, they have all sorts of, faux options, but I know it was something that just kind of my jaw hit the ground a little bit. I'm like, these are back in?
Yeah.
And
I guess so.
I do want to point out.
You know what else is back in? Caboodles.
Caboodles.
Now that's from a while
You
back.
actually told me about that last year. I'm like, what do I get these little girls for the birthday parties? And she's like, a caboodles in. I'm like, what?
Yeah, caboodle. Look it up. They're little jewelry or whatever trinket storage containers.
I saw a really neat option was a sticker printer.
Okay.
That was really, really neat. I was like, that's kind of cool, for the artsy creative types in your family.
Yeah.
And then I know another item that goes over very, very well for my kids, for my oldest and kind of more maybe some of those older age ranges is anything Ulta.
Sure. From the beauty supply store?
Correct.
Got it.
My girls eat that up.
Which is good. I don't think we've talked enough about the older kids. A lot of these things are great. UGG boots, probably a Snuggie, probably all kinds of stuff.
All sorts
Anything
of options.
Lululemon, great for your 19, 20, 21-year-old.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah, Ulta.
I
beauty supply store.
Beauty supplies. And, even
Do they like the kits?
Well, there's kits. Even like lip scrubs, body scrubs, even fun lotions. That goes over really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, different like kits for chapstick or just, nice lip stuff.
Right.
Skincare, correct.
Bubble bath.
I will say I always struggle when it comes to gifts for my husband's sisters. So this isn't really kid related, but I do have to say one of my favorite bonus tip. One of my favorite places to go scouring for gifts when it's what you get someone when you just don't know what to get someone. Yeah. I love going to Uncommon Goods.
Oh, sure.
And I've been really, really happy with, they send me even their, magazine in the mail. But I do have to say I was really happy with lots of options from there as well.
That's cool. That's good to know. Local tip. So this is totally a shout out to some of my husband's family members. Rush River Candles.
Oh.
They are pouring the cutest candles in these dough bowls, and they sell them at Shields right here in Fargo. Shields Home and Hardware, I think, or they have an Etsy shop. But they are adorable. They have candle bowls in the shape of like deer with antlers, Christmas trees, and then your typical, longer, wider ones for dining room tables or whatever. They smell amazing. Great hostess gift, girlfriend gift. Yeah.
I just want to point out, this is where I'm going to go back to re-listen to our podcast to get the name of this, because I'll never remember. But I think that's a pretty good list right there.
I hope that list is super helpful and checks a few things off your holiday to-do list. Thanks for listening. Thanks so much for listening. If you liked what you hear, you can check out our library of tons more episodes on RealtorMomsPodcast.com. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or just about anywhere you listen to podcasts. And please never hesitate to reach out. We would love to be your realtors. This podcast is produced by Realtor Moms Podcast, Jamie R. Swenson and Tasha Barrett, Park Company Realtors, 4170 41st Avenue South, Fargo, North Dakota.